spread homosexuality all throughout the earth. And now my kids have to watch TV and see two women sleeping together. You are the one that put it in Hollywood. You're the ones that put it in the media. You are the ones who brought homosexuality. You made America Sodom again. No way on the earth. No way on the earth. These people have gained power other than unaliving people.
The man he stretched me down right here, right now. The man he stretched me down right here.
We pray for the same thing every day.
But the Lord is with us. Right.
No, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail. Get to
Remember, when you mess with Good Burger, you know it's the grinder. Chris got a jam, jam, jam. Chris got a jam, jam, jam. Chris got a jam, Chris got a jam, jam.
Columbus had a famous quote when he came over here to America, and he said that, you know what I'm saying, when he came over here to America, he encountered some people, and they was the most peaceable people, you know what I'm saying, that he ever encountered.
Oh, God.
It's like they were made to be slaves. You see in this video what the man said? Look at these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cleaning up the whole block out here on 79th. You can hate these people, but first know who they are. They trying to show the world, you know what I'm saying, what they want the Venezuelans to be doing. They want them to be good slaves, just like, you know what I'm saying, the indigenous Indian people that Columbus was talking about.
That's how it goes, other one. And you know, this is the home of the truth. This is the only place you'll find brotherhood. You know, we belong here. Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, we're family, familia. And this is the only place where you'll find peace for you and your family. So todos los carnales, todos los vatos de los barrios son mis. Aquí es donde deben de estar ese. Aquí es donde pertenecemos todos. Somos familia, homes. Somos familia ese.
When we say sex is marriage, every person we say that to goes into their mental brain of all the people they slept with. And either they feel guilty, they feel ashamed. They like, no, I can't. Now, the battle is not that you're wrong that's saying sex is marriage in the Bible. The battle is they're facing the mistakes that they made themselves. So if we want whoredom to be cured, because although a man can have more than one wife, that is not a law. If a brother is content with one woman, he should stay with that woman. If a brother is content with no woman, he should be stay with. But if a brother wants more than one, he shouldn't be crucified for what the earth is doing right now. The earth lives this way. But when the Israelite lays claim, and he doesn't call that woman his girlfriend, he calls that woman his wife, calls that woman his rib, calls that woman what every woman desires, to be a wife. And we're the cure for whoredom with that lifestyle.
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me. You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed. built like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that, you niggas ain't.
No way, Jose.
Zacco shit. BBK nigga shoots out. I don't even wanna talk if you can't keep some shit. I told you deep. Fuck you talking about, but you a hoe with all that gossiping. Put that on my mom, you broke the code, boy. I know you switching like a faggot asshole, boy. You pure puss. They said what's wrong with me. Sick and tired of these fuckboy with a little more than energy. Can't talk positive, keep that shit far away from G. Cause this shit every day, but make it change or I cut it. All up on my shit like a bitch that say she used to know me. I can't remember shit. All this logic got me far from dummies. Ice up on my wrist like I'm shooting hoops and spraying it slowly. These bitches really ain't shit. Even the Bible let you know she hoeing. Fuck you got to say. Talking to niggas pulling burning ports. Seeking validation. Can use a basic bitch called her Jehovah. All these niggas gay. Yeah, all these niggas know I know it. Lame nigga in the way. Boy, your spot is mine. Let get reported. I walk in that bitch in the climate. I walk in that bitch and I'm shining. I walk in that comment, your highness. I'm a real nigga hit with the hymen. You run, I get hit with the Heisman. Nigga acting like host for enlightenment. Bitch ass rust ass. I don't even wanna talk if you can't keep some shit. I told you deep. Fuck you talking about, but you a hoe with all that gossiping. Put that on my mom, you broke the code. Boy, I know you switching like a faggot asshole. Boy, you pure puss. They say what's wrong with me. Sick and tired of these fuckboy with a little more than energy. Can't talk positive, keep that shit far away from G. Cause this shit every day, but make it change or I cut it deep. Listen to the G, got these diamonds down like James Brown. Let's see where I be, I see you talking to from all the time. Stick up by the beam, now that shit ain't even for fashion fool. Up attack to cut your head off and watch it rotten too. AR-223, one hit, one a bitch, I know I'm striking. Shout out Cub Key, no it's 2G like lightning. These niggas around the hood, no understood that I'm far from normal. PK the shield, let you know that I don't fall with muscles. Bitch, you talking about what, but look at me. You talking about what, boy, I'm about it. You talking about what coming at me. All they fuck nigga boss, I ain't thinking. All they fuck nigga bosses just shrinking. And lame ass lives, fuck ass nigga, weak ass, baby ass gangsta. I don't even wanna talk if you can't keep some shit. I told you deep. Fuck you talking about, but you a hoe with all that gossiping. Put that on my mom, you broke the code. Boy, I know you switching like a faggot asshole. Boy, you pure puss. They say what's wrong with me. Sick and tired of these fuckboy with a little more than energy. Can't talk positive, keep that shit far away from G. Cause this shit every day, but make it change or I cut it deep.
You a lame ass hoe ass bitch boy. You know that shit deep inside you, lame ass dirt ass nigga. Take a bath. Dirt ass mouth, nigga.
We go over common pieces of career advice that job seekers get and separate the myths from the truths.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride. Ain't Ain't gon' be no survivor. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga, come on. Don't care where it is. You with the clout, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrecked out, tell her watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock. And with our toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making enemies our foot stores. Run no nothing by the op. It take one try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. You don't want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to fly. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them to dig the pot. Can't fit you and your man's in it. Just tell them get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call up my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beef with fear. Take it over, nigga. Yeah. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Never dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivor. Yeah, big soldier, nigga. Come on, don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime, already wait the coast. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. Is you with us or against us? Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think you get the picture. He come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give him a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock out the book of Luke. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him balls like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a car tire. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beef with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Never dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survive. Big soldier, nigga. Come on, don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like Thor. Found on my ops in the morgue, tell them I'm full. I'ma be bombing these lanes, understand how and war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the street. Time to get back on my feet, had time to read. Check out, we came from the east. Wait till my dogs are released, heard he was asleep. So we gon' wake him up, put him up in the sky. The Lord gon' take him up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same and I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit up my cellular phone. Tell me whatever he on, I take a scouter. He on them perks and that powder. Homie ain't really that strong, I'm like a dawn. Better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield. Want to see everything. G43, Symphony, let it sing.
You ain't too, you crazy.
All right, what's up, everybody? This Isupk, Southern Illinois Brotherhood class. First, I want to go ahead and give all praise to the Most High God, Father Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus Christ. We are the ISBK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Hanna. With me today, we have Trooper Yadai, but he ain't showed his face yet. I'm gonna be a teacher today. My name is Azan Yala, officer of 500, and many things go on in the world and stuff, and it's been a real crazy place to live in, and it's hard to just acknowledge and digest everything that's been happening. So we're gonna have to go ahead and not trust in ourselves anymore, but kind of trust in what the Most High has in store for us and how He can lead us.
and we're gonna go ahead and try to do better as the days go on. But with a lot of our people and stuff, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we are a real stiff-necked person, real prideful, real stubborn, and there's a lot of things that we have to go ahead and put in the back of our mind that we can't be like that no more, because every time we do become like a real arrogant and hard-headed and stuff, it seems to backfire on us. And what we need to do is we need to go ahead and understand that there's a lot of people watching us, and they they kind of mimic what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like me. Like if I go ahead and go somewhere, my kids know how I walk, talk, act, how I conduct myself, how I talk to them and everything. So with that being said, always know that somebody is always watching you, and they're gonna mimic your conduct. And in examples, you know what I'm saying? Like say Trooper Yadai, he got kids too. And what he does reflects them. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is, when he's doing something, they're gonna know that's okay to do. That's appropriate. So guess what? If your die is telling them like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go get me a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's telling them he's gonna go get strip pork, crab, or lobster. You know what I'm saying? So he's leading by example. Those things right there are major, because no matter how little the visual of it is to a person who doesn't have the knowledge that they need at the moment, it will grow. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to be teachers for everybody. We're not here to be real prideful and be like, oh, we know this and that above you. You should just listen to us. No, we're leading examples, and we really need for others to go ahead and be compliant with not what we say, but what these scriptures tell us what to do and how we should be doing it.
Right.
That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like these messages don't come from us personally. We were in the world, and we used to do a lot of wicked things also. But we noticed that as we got a little bit older and stuff, we always had a strong spirit. But with that being said, we have people watching us, and when people are watching us, we want to make sure that we're living in a good standard, and this way, they can follow in our footsteps and do well also. One thing that we do on a daily basis is we don't take care of each other. We don't we're not compassionate towards each other. We don't really think of others in a way where I'm gonna put my brother before myself, you know what I'm saying? Or my sister before myself, or just anybody in general. Everybody is so me, and that's how we feel as a collective society of Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. So with the first scripture I want Trooper Yadai to get is gonna be Job 9:24. And also, before I keep going, I always seem to tell everybody who checks in, get your notepad, write down these scriptures, so that way you know exactly what the scripture applies to and all that stuff. Also, if you have a chance, get yourself an apocrypha, and then you know what I'm saying, get yourself your regular Bible. You know what I'm saying. But that apocrypha is the books that are not in the Bible because they were taken out by the Catholics, and they kind of removed them. And it was actually in the 1611, but they removed them from the 1611. So always understand that when you want to go ahead and get into these scriptures, you need a collective, you need a whole. You know what I'm saying? So try to go ahead and invest in that apocrypha also, so that way you can have the Old Testament, the apocrypha that goes in the middle, and then the New Testament. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into a scripture. You know what I'm saying? It's give me Job 9:24. I'm also gonna bring it up on the screen because like I said, I would like everybody to follow along with us. So Job 9 and 20. All right, Job 9 and 24. All right. Let me go to share the screen.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Exactly. So with this scripture right here is what a lot of times what I always say is like when we're representing everybody around us, we're trying to lead by example. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is the oppressors that came over and raped, robbed, and murdered, the natives, the Hispanics, and the blacks. You can't take their actions and their structure at face value. You can't really do what they what's their culture is their culture, what's yours is yours. And the earth is given a hand to the wicked, meaning like they're going to go ahead and implement rules and ways that you should be conducting yourself, and eating habits that they feel like that's lawful for you, but you really can't use them. And the reason you can't use them is because you're in a position where you can actually have some decency and consideration that's opposite of your oppressor. So when we go ahead and if they say to do something, you might want to try to do the opposite. And that might help you a little bit more. Kind of like how you say like the picture of Jesus Christ. Since everybody been born, everybody got this picture of white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has that instilled in their brain from a baby for some reason. You know what I'm saying? That must be a generational curse right there that they put on us also, because it was inaccurate. The wicked instilled that in us at a young age, and it's kind of like we kept it for so long and we just digested it, and it just became a normal for us. And then we even kicked that down to our other generations, which are our kids and their kids. In a way, we have to go ahead and kind of like break that trend and go ahead and figure out what is accurate. That means we actually have to do some research. We actually have to go in these books and read them ourselves. We can't trust in anybody else because everybody else is so misleading and is detrimental to not only us, but everybody around us. That's the only reason why, I came into this truth in the Isupk, because I knew that I was raised a Catholic. And I knew there was something wrong there. I went to Christian, I went to Baptist churches, I went to Pentecostal churches. I went everywhere to find the truth in what I knew was a lie. And that's just me as an individual. I'm not, speaking on nobody else's story, but me as an individual, I always had a strong spirit. But when I knew certain things didn't add up, I kind of pull away from it. And my family used to think, "Oh, you're crazy. Why? This is what we taught you." And that just because you teach me something doesn't mean it's 100% accurate. And I had to go ahead and find the answers myself. And I did it with not disrespecting anybody in my family. But as I found out more and I started researching more and I started digesting more and more of the truth, I couldn't deny it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it's undeniable once you read it. You got to take things at a face value. If it's showing itself and it's clear, you got to take it. You know what I'm saying? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is the people who go ahead and tell you, you know what I'm saying, like got all these political agendas. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got Trump over here acting like a fool. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got them with the agenda of pushing blacks and Hispanics don't know how to do nothing but sell drugs in their communities, go to jail, and all our women do is just wear the bare minimum clothes and work. That's why, you know, even with Kamala Harris having Megan Thee Stallion on the stage, that was kind of insulting to everybody as a unit. Maybe she didn't understand it, but that was horrible on her part. When do you become a representative of some first off, all you make music for is trash. You know what I'm saying? Your music is trash. All you do is make trashy music for a woman who wants to be trashy. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. That's what it is. Truly die. What you think?
Yeah, I think that was totally disgusting. Just to mask herself to be a black woman, and she knows she doesn't even come from that race, you know. And she did it more to please and grasp the attention of young black voters that look like, hey, I'm just like y'all, we're the same, and they're not. It's like she's bamboozling us.
Right, and that's the whole point. And you know what I'm saying? That's the earth is given to the hand of wicked. Kamala Harris is not our people. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it wrong. Don't look at complexion all the time. You know what I'm saying? She's East Indian. So with that being said, she has another cultural people. She put Megan Thee Stallion on that stage to go ahead and give votes for her political campaign. And Megan Thee Stallion went up there and basically trashed herself by looking real slutty, you know what I'm saying? If I could say, you know what I'm saying? Like not looking too well on the stage, you know what I'm saying? The first thing she did was turn around and she showed that behind, you know what I'm saying? You know, if that's where your value is at and you're behind, then you have no brains. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather
damn right. I said damn right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our sisters, you know what I'm saying, whether they're black, Hispanic, or native, we don't want you using your bodies. We want you using your brain. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of reversal of what society wants us to do. Everybody wants us just to go ahead and look at a woman and just trash her and use her and throw away, and then she goes to the next brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we were used to doing was just doing all acts of wickedness and destroying our whole communities. And that's what she basically did on the stage. And Kamala Harris basically how you say that she with her using Megan Thee Stallion like that, all she did was expose how simple we are to go ahead and it just shows how simple we are as a society that we can look at that and we'll just be like, turn up. Oh, I'm going to vote for her just because she had Megan Thee Stallion on it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do think like that, though. You know what I'm saying? They think so simple that they will vote just because they had a person of high stature campaigning for him. Kind of like what Trump did with that other demon was an Amber Rose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had that wicked woman. That's what I'm saying. All these people are wicked, but they're in a position of power. And when they're in a position of power, all they're gonna do is, you know, kind of like manipulate everybody around them just so they can get their favor. You know what I'm saying? That way it works in their benefit. And then once they get into office, they're not gonna do nothing for you. They're not gonna do nothing for the blacks, Hispanics, the natives. They don't care about you. They're going to do what's best for them, and that's all they're going to care about. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Those are the wicked. We covered the face of the judges thereof. The judges are basically the prominent figures in society. You know what I'm saying? Like I can show you the picture of white Jesus. That's a prominent figure from what, the 1400s, the 1300s? No, the 14, 1500s. I want to say. But that picture was actually made by, let me see if I can bring the picture up. That picture was actually made by I think Leonardo da Vinci. And like I said, that's what they do. If we ever have something and it's in a place of where it is matter, is meaningful, you know, they want to take credit for it. and that's all they ever do. They're like culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? If they learn how to dance salsa, they want to go ahead and think they're Puerto Rican. They even came up with like last year where they try to say that the Travis Kelce haircut.
Yeah, he created the fade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they try to take things away from brothers been getting fade since the 90s, and because a European man ends up rocking a fade somehow, all of a sudden they want to take credit for a creation that was done by another culture of people. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're wicked. They want to take every type of credit for everything on this earth. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see if I get a picture of this Caesar Borgia. We gotta get a picture of this little sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. You got anything else to say, Trooper?
No, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna bring up a picture of this. All right, read that scripture one more time, though. All right, and slowly, if you could.
Colonel Khan, Job 9:24.
Hold on one second, though. All right.
If we don't be careful, 40 years, 50 years down the line, they're gonna say LeBron James, the greatest basketball player to ever live. He was a white man.
Yeah, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they do. Let me
They
see.
say Michael Jackson was white, and then.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why you're gonna read this scripture in a second. You know what I'm saying? So that way, everybody could see the difference in what we're trying to say. Like every prominent leader tries to steal something from another cultural people, because what we do is great and what they do is just normal. You know what I'm saying? All right, so go ahead if you could read that scripture. And mind you, the whole earth thinks this is Jesus Christ, right? Okay, read the scripture. You're on mute.
Conor Khan, can you hear?
I got you. I unmuted you. My fault. Go ahead.
Conor Khan, Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Okay, right there. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Like this picture of white Jesus, right? This is one of the biggest and prominent pictures in society, period. You know what I'm saying? And what we have to do is we have to be like, look, this is the person of the Bible. Now we got to go ahead and discover if he is or if he ain't. Now, if you can, go to Revelations 1:1.
Conor Khan, Revelations 1:1. Conor Khan, Revelations 1:1. The revelations of Jesus, Yahushua Mashiach, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified.
Right there. So hold on. Right there. Hold on a second. So basically, Christ is going to reveal himself. The revealing of. Revelation means the revealing of. So Christ is going to reveal himself. And if this picture don't add up to his description, then we got to call this a false idol right here. We have to. By default, we have to call him a false idol, right?
Okay.
So, okay, scroll down to 13.
Khan, Revelations 1:13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Khan, Revelations 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes
right there.
were as flame of fire.
Hold on. Yo. Hey, Trooper, you're going too fast.
Khan, my bad.
You're going too fast, Trooper. You know what I'm saying? Let them feel these words, man. You're going to blow through it, and they're going to be like, what?
Khan,
every hey, Trooper, this how you got to do it. Say like when you're eating a good steak, right?
Yeah.
You want to eat it nice and slow because you want to enjoy it, right?
Khan.
Then that's what we got to do with these brothers and sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it nice and slow so that way they can digest this good food for them.
Khan.
All right, so go ahead.
Revelations 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white.
All right there. So right there, we're gonna stop. So if we look at his hair, it's supposed to be white. You know what I'm saying? Right there is one strike. You know what I'm saying? Go on, say the next thing.
Khan. They were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes.
His hair was supposed to be woolly, like a fro, and it's supposed to be white. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 strikes right here. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Look at these blue eyes. It doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? So if we read in these things, we have to identify those are 3 things that didn't add up to the description of how Christ really looked like. Keep going.
Khan. Revelations 1:15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
There you go. Look it. Unto fine brass. So brass is brown, and then as if it burned in a furnace. So basically, the real Christ was a black man. You know what I'm saying? And once I read that, I had to understand it as a man. I can't take this image at face value anymore. This right here is trash to me. This picture of white Jesus is garbage. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that. And that's me just being a brother to somebody, me bringing out examples of what's the truth and what's a lie. If that ain't brotherhood to other brothers and to other sisters, then I'm not the one at fault. You just can't digest the message. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be rebellious in your own mind. So we're going ahead and we're giving them the accurate information. It's up to them to go ahead and understand that we're not the ones lying to you. Civilization lied to you. Them Europeans, when they came over with that picture and they conquered us and told us that we had to take Christianity and Catholicism, they the ones that lied to us. But every time we're on these streets and we're talking to everybody, want to look at us like we're mean or you guys are rude or all this stuff. Just because we're talking loud don't mean we're mean. Just because we're telling you facts don't mean we're rude. It's the way you digest a message. You know, the delivery ain't always gonna be what you want it to be. But you have to be willing to accept what's true. You could, like, a person could easily be like, look, I understand now, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know you said it loud and everything, but I get it. That makes more sense than what I was taught. Be humble about yourself. Be like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that right there is the biggest judge whose face got covered up when we were just reading what Job 9:24. You know what I'm saying? And that right there means something to all of us, because guess what? Now we know that we've been lied to. Now we can go ahead and figure out what else did they lie about? But with that being said, is like now you have to pull yourself away from the people around you who really do think like that. Oh no, that you're just misinterpreting this and this and that. You guys are liars. You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys are doing. You want to lie and manipulate your way through life. When other brothers and sisters are actually telling you the truth, you don't want to go ahead and just be like, you know what? I get it. Let me go ahead and learn more. A lot of people just want to be rebellious for no reason. Rebellious and stubborn and stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that don't even go together. That's like oil and vinegar. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. But like I said, it's things like that they kind of bug me, because I don't know about you, Trooper, but it kind of bugged me because if I'm lied to once, now I gotta figure out more. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to see what else you lied to me about. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a person should be. So if a person is going to a regular church and they're telling them laws are done away with, right? You won't have to prove that to me. You know what I'm saying? And in the Bible, it never says that the law is done away with. It never says that you can do whatever you want to, however you want to, or live your life however you want to. No, your life is still borrowed. The Most High still borrowed you your life. You got to go ahead and still conduct yourself how he feels like you should do it. And the thing is, he's trying to tell you, like, I got the game plan right here. If we all watch sports, there's a game plan before you start the game. Every team you play against is different, and you got to go ahead and stick to that game plan. Well, this is a universal game plan for all Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, but we seem to be real rebellious towards it. Because guess what? That brother over there loves to smoke cigarettes. He loves to smoke cigars. He loves to go ahead and smoke weed. He loves to smoke that crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? Sisters love to wear less clothing because they love to show their body. You know what I'm saying? Sisters love to twerk. You know what I'm saying? Sisters love to go ahead and go to clubs and leave their kids everywhere else, but not pay attention to what is really more important, and that's family. You know, sisters want to go ahead and leave a man and then jump to another man, and now their kids who they already have are confused because mommy's jumped from 2 to 3 different guys, and they're not their own father. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a lot of chaotic things going on here, and the Bible could actually fix it. If sisters knew that once you sleep with a man, that's your husband for life, as long as he lives, then you would not, condone leaving him. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that, Trooper?
Most definitely. It'll give them a brass notion that would take and value themselves and their bodies, you know?
Yeah, and that's the point right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we got to have some type of accountability for our conduct. And, a lot of people would be like, oh, man, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And can't nobody tell me nothing. We get it. We all been there. But where has that gotten you? You know what I'm saying? You still living at mommy house, you know what I'm saying? You still still strung out on drugs and stuff. You still hanging out in the neighborhoods. You still, jumping from woman to woman. You're not doing anything that's decent. You're not even doing anything that's productive in society. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. But how you say, like, with these women, if they would easily just have, I put it like this: a woman has their box, and a man can't go onto her unless she allows it. And in the UPK, we say, like, women will stop being whores if men will stop loving whores. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to stop doing. We got to stop acting like we want a woman to be a slut, a whore, and all that, and actually start trying to instill some value in them So that way, these women don't even know what they're doing sometimes. They're just doing what feels cool. And sometimes when you're doing what feels cool and what's done, when you're doing something that's cool, doesn't mean you're doing something that's right. That's what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather, look, I got a daughter too. Oh, Trooper, you I got a daughter. We rather them do what's right rather than what feels good. Because what feels good comes with consequences. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we don't want our children to have. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to go ahead and break those curses from before. Starting with, we have to teach that, hey, look, Christ ain't a white man. You know what I'm saying? That's right there. You know what I'm saying? He's a black man. Let's get that instilled in our brain. Now we got to go, okay, now what is expected of us? What did he teach while he was on earth? Well, he teaches these law, statutes, commandments that we have to abide by. So that way we can go ahead and look good as a civilized manner of people. And that's what we need to do. All right. Give me Jeremiah 10:2. Let me bring it on the screen too, my fault. And you know what I'm saying? Like it comes to this, you know what I'm saying? It's a real disturbing thing when we have one of our sisters at a political event and she's just getting notice because she don't. I mean, the behind could look good, but just leave that for your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you right now. All right, go ahead.
Kanwakan, Jeremiah 10:2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
There you go. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. The heathen are the other cultures. It could be the Arabs, it could be the Asians, it could be Europeans, it could be the Hawaiians, it could be the Africans. No matter what, you can't take on their ways. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Arabs, they have a way of how they conduct themselves. And hold on 1 second. When it comes to the Arabs, they have a way of how they conduct themselves and how they treat their society of people. And we understand that it's respectable because that's theirs. You know what I'm saying? If you go to China, there's a way that, their people are brought up and they have rules and regulations of how they govern their people. In United States, we have people here who govern other cultures. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said there's the melting pot, because all people over here are brainwashed by one dominant understanding. And when you got blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we supposed to be a culture of people that don't do the same things as our oppressors. But over time, we ended up taking those same forms of how we live on a day-to-day basis. Should we have done different? Yes, but it was beat into our ancestors to where it just became a generational curse. You know what I'm saying? So, thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. So we really shouldn't be learning these ways. So a lot of times when we find out what's wrong, self-correct. Don't go ahead and give it a moment's notice. Just go ahead, figure out what's wrong, readjust real quick. And be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven. You know what I'm saying? And don't be looking at the heavens like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Always go to these scriptures and start learning and discipline yourself with what is actually in these historical records right here. With these records right here, we can get ourselves out of any predicament So don't just look at the heavens like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The answers are right here for you. Even Christ, when he was on earth, he even looked to the Old Testament to understand how he should be doing things. And he understood everything better than any man who ever walked this planet. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was trying to show, that he could come here in the flesh and go ahead and and do the same things that every man out here is supposed to be doing. That he can show, he could be the standard. Like, look, if I could do this, y'all could do this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special on me. I came in here with flesh and blood. There's nothing different about me than you, except I know how to apply these, and I know how to apply these accurately. And then when he knew how to apply these accurately, he tried to teach everybody around him. Some people understood him, some people didn't, but he did it in a way where, it was like a philosophized way of how he did it, and he did it so well, And what we have to do is we have to go back to these teachings. We have to go ahead and understand it. We don't look just to the sky. Don't look just to the sky. Look in these records and read and apply these things, not only for yourself, but for your family. Everybody else don't have to like it, but it'll work for you in the long run. It'll be beneficial to you in the long run. Maybe your daughter won't be a whore. Maybe your son won't be locked up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your son won't be strung out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your son or your daughter won't unalive a brother or sister in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta understand. We can't be what these people want us to be. We have to be something that's just for us. And how you say, like, what happened is, you got something to say, True?
No.
Yeah, so basically, like what I'm just saying is, like, application is everything. And when we go ahead and talk to everybody on these streams and that, we just basically want them to understand that there's work to be done, but we can't do it unless people are holding themselves accountable. We understand you want to do what you want to do, but is it right? You know what I'm saying? All right, let me get Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Don't start until I bring it up, all right? 4 or 5. All right, go ahead.
Khan. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
All right, so this right here is basically telling the Israelites to behold, I taught you statutes and judgments. So we have basically a blueprint of how we should be dealing with each other and how we should be acting as we walk this earth, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it. That means no matter where you go, it could be in Asia, it could be in Saudi Arabia, it could be in Hawaii, it could be in Africa. No matter where you go, you always supposed to act this way. Don't act like the heathen and and start taking on their customs and their eating habits and their dietary laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go away from what is yours. You know what I'm saying? Just stick to what the blueprint is, and you will be, you know what I'm saying, in a better situation. It's okay to say no. You know how many times did a lot of people ask you, like, hey, you want a drink or something like that? Be like, nah, I'm good, man. I gotta drive. It's kind of like that. You gotta go ahead and make sure that you are being more responsible with how you are, kind of living your life. Hold yourself accountable and try to apply these things. It's not hard. It takes a little bit of willpower. It takes a little bit of discipline. Some people are different. They lack that willpower. They lack that discipline. But you can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to learn your form of discipline. Everybody learns it different, but eventually you have to learn some type of accountability for what you're doing and what you should not be doing. And that matters because what?
Salaki, and it also takes off those generational curses. We are cursed people, and if we properly apply this that we teaching, it'll take that yoke off our neck.
Right, and that's the point right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we if we start doing the right thing, then maybe things will start going better for us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe them bills will get paid a little bit more on time. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get a promotion at your job. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could put that extra money away for your kids to go to college or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If we stop doing like all manner of wicked things, maybe it'll just work out for us. You know what I'm saying? But we won't know until everybody starts doing it as a collective of brothers and sisters. Because one person, two people, even hundreds of people, it's supposed to be us as a society, the all blacks, Hispanics, and natives. And we can't go ahead and just say we can do it on our own. Nothing can be done on our own. We're stronger together than united. So that's what we got to learn how to do, is just understand that these Christian pastors and the Catholic priests, they kind of misled us. And if we can go ahead and get out of those churches and start learning properly, I think we could be in good shape. Even if you got like 1,000 questions, write them down, bring them to us, and then you'll see the difference on what we say as opposed to what they were telling you. When somebody's telling you that it's okay to do whatever you want to, there's a problem with that. That means there's no kind of structure in that facility. No matter where you go, even if you go into somebody else's house, you're not just gonna put your feet on their table. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna go in their refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gotta consider this earth, as it's the Lord's house, and we're putting our feet on things, and we're kind of like disrespecting his house because we're visitors here. And you know what I'm saying? This is his house. So when we go to his house, we have to go conduct ourselves in a way where it means something. It's mannerful. You know what I'm saying? Like how to be appreciative of the life you have this moment. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking about, I only live once, I'm gonna go ahead and turn up. Turning up gets us into a lot of garbage. You know what I'm saying? Turning up gets people unalive. Turning up gets women, impregnated by multiple men. Turning up makes you do a lot of drugs. Turning up makes you just get locked up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing coming to us when we go in and say we're gonna turn up sometimes. We gotta stop doing that. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's something that gotta be done, because every time we end up going outside and turning up, we seem it seems to backfire on us. And that's something we don't need, because what I'm saying, like, if you have families out here, your families need you, whether it be your moms, your pops, it could be your aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandfather, it could be your kids. No matter who it is, they're really dependent on you to be out here and actually being a role model, because if you're not going to do it, they're going to follow other people, and if they follow other people, they're going to be just as wicked. So somebody got to be the stable mind around the people you love the most. Okay, so we're going to drop this. We're going to go ahead and go to Jeremiah 23:1. Don't read until I bring it up, right?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Khan. Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, saith Yahweh.
All right, so woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep. Who are the current pastors? The ones in the churches, right?
Khan.
The priests, the pastors, the priests in the Catholic Church, the pastors in the Christian churches. We could also consider the Islam, the imams, and all them. We consider them a form of pastors, you know, that are kind of like manipulators. Well, be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep. The sheep need to be led because the sheep, you know, are easily persuaded and they trust too much. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can lead a sheep to a cliff, those sheep will jump off the cliff. That's how simple they are. You know what I'm saying? And if you have pastors that are being leaders in your community, and if you if a lot of people trust in them, and they're not good leaders, or they don't hold themselves in with good integrity, you know, they'll lead you to your own downfall. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it means by woe be unto. Well, woe means destruction. Destruction be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. So the Lord has a pasture. That's the Black, Hispanics, and Natives. But with these pastors and these priests, they're basically leading us into a way where we're being dehumanized. We're looking real bad out here when, you know, just like I told you, with the twerking, the brothers selling drugs, how many of us are going into jail? You know, we're having kids and, you know, the brothers ain't taking care of them. Sisters are having kids and they don't even know how to conduct themselves in front of these kids. Like, it's a lot of things that are going on that just it's kind of hard to watch. To a regular person in the world, they're just like, oh, that's on them, that's on them. It reflects us all, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when you got these heathens like Kamala Harris getting Megan Thee Stallion on stage because she knows that's not her people, and Megan Thee Stallion just degrading herself on stage because she don't know no better. I hope her father's ashamed of her, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you raised a good one, you know what I'm saying? Good job. All right, read verse 2.
Khan. Jeremiah 23:2. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh.
All right, this is basically saying, like, them priests and pastors, for them being the leaders in the communities and stuff, and them leading them wrong, tell them they can eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with the congregation, approving of homosexuality and all that stuff. For them being unrighteous leaders, the Lord is going to deal with them himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, one thing I don't play with. Look, we don't fear no man. But when it comes to the Lord, it's like you got to at least go ahead and be like, you know what, I trust in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe he know what's best for me before I know what's best for me. And when you got that humble spirit like that, then you can do well. But you have to be the type of person to be like, look, I'm gonna look to something that's greater than me so I can better myself. You know what I'm saying? And that is progress right there. But when you go ahead and follow these Christian pastors and these Catholic priests, these people are demonic. You know what I'm saying? You know how demonic it is when I watch some of these Christians at my slave, and you know they got these crosses around the neck, and I'm just like, That's a demonic thing. You acting like that's something to be glorified about, knowing damn well that that Christ was enduring something so great on there, and he really didn't want to do it. But you're gonna go ahead and wear a chain that mimics that oppression that he had to take on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's demonic that you could even wear that around your neck and you thinking like, oh, the Lord is with me because I got this cross on my neck. No, you got an evil spirit around your neck. That's what that is. How do you feel about them crosses, Trooper?
Yeah, man, it's messed up. You know, it's like we glorifying the way that he died. You know, I don't think, if Christ was here right now, after all the pain he endured on the cross, that he'd be out here trying to be recognized from the cross. Like, that's kind of like, what's that young kid back in the day? He was the first miner to die from an electric chair, and we're not gonna put a memoir on his death by ran a chain of an electric chair around his neck. It's kind of like the same thing. It's silly.
Right, and that's perfect about how you say it. Like we're not going to glorify what took. That kid did not want to be in that electric chair. So imagine one of his family members getting a silver or gold chain with an electric chair. That's kind of demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's how you feel. Like, that's how we say in the hood. That's how you feel, huh?
Yes, like the last thing that boy will want to have to remember him by is the last thing we remember him by is the electric chair. That's crazy.
Right, right. And you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, when I look at that cross, every time I come across somebody at the slave and they know what I'm about, I tell them I'm like, what does that cross mean to you? Oh, it's just a symbol, you know what I'm saying? You know that I just wear around my neck. I was like, you don't even got a good backstory for why you wear it. You just wearing it because your grandmama taught you to wear that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. You going off what your grandmother and your mama taught you and all that stuff. So you're not a real thinking man. You know what I'm saying? I tell brothers at the slave like this. I'm like, so let me put it in kind of like how you said. Let me put it in this form. So say we're outside and I bash your head with a hammer, right? And you die or you get unalive. Should your family put a hammer around their neck and put it around should they wear it around their necklace? And he's like, oh, I never thought about it like that. I'm like, it doesn't make sense, man. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a form of demonic idolatry that you don't even think that you're doing, but it's there. You know what I'm saying?
And Salakia, sir, and it takes away like the whole point of what Christ tried to put in his people. When we supposed to be, putting the law, statutes, and commandments, something that Christ blueprinted to put into his people, and we are supposed to, remember the Lord through that, Not you now they took away all the laws out the Bible that we ain't got to do no laws or nothing, and that everybody will feel safe if they put a cross around their neck. And remember, like, all right, God died for us. So what? We can go out here and continue sinning and forget about the laws that he applied to his own life, And that's kind of the demon that they putting over us by having that cross around our neck, making us feel like, yeah, you saved by anything you do, you saved as long as you remember that Christ died for our sins. So now at this point, you can do whatever you want to, because you remember this cross, that's what it means. And that's, and it's bull.
Yeah, and just like True Dad just said, it's like you make that your outlet to do all type of wickedness. That's what basically they do. They wear that cross to go ahead and cover their shame. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I got a scripture that might go with this. Go to Ecclesiastes 5:1. I'm gonna bring it up, okay?
I'm ready when you are.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. 5. Boom. Give me 1 second. All right. Go ahead. You can read.
Khan. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifices of the fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
You see what I mean? A lot of times, a lot of people think they're doing something that's righteous and you know what I'm saying is of the Most High, and you know they don't even understand that it's a form of demonic idolatry and all that stuff. So keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God. So when you go to the house of God, no matter where that's at, you know what I'm saying? You could be in front of, if me and Trooper You Die are talking about the Most High and stuff, if 2 or 3 together, that's church right there. Meaning when we're together and we're talking about the Most High, we're building as a nation right there. Just 2 people. 2 or 3 people, that's still church. You know what I'm saying? That means we're gathering the information amongst each other. So keep that foot when thou goest to the house of God and be more ready to hear. Mean use your ears, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to figure out what is truthful and what is not. Learn when to question something and when is something accurate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Black Hispanics and natives, they seem to trust so much. And a lot of times we give so much trust in the people, and it seems to be the worst downfall we ever do. It's like we take 1 step forward and we take 2 steps back because we want to be just so simple-minded and non-thinkers, you know what I'm saying? Like we let everybody else do the thinking for us when we're not supposed to do that. Don't let somebody else do the thinking for you. If you have a question, ask a question about it and let it be a decent answer that you find valid before you walk away. Okay, so and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. Kind of like what we were talking about with the cross when we talking to people and they're giving us stupid stories and then we give them a good dialogue back. They don't know what to do with it because you just gave me a foolish answer and I gave you a wise answer. Now you know what I'm saying? Now, how are you going to take that conversation and better yourself? A lot of times, them Christians and them Catholics, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because that's all they know how to do. All they know how to do is what their mama told them and what their grandmama told them. They don't do what's right. They don't want to stand on their own feet and do the right thing. They rather go ahead and be submissive to their Christian pastors and all that. So that to give the sacrifice of food, for they consider not that they do evil. They don't even consider that they do evil. And you know what I'm saying? Just like we was talking about the cross, they don't even know that they're doing evil. Even when you tell them they're doing some evil stuff, they're still gonna do it. But the best thing is if you go ahead and let a brother know or a sister know that they're doing something wrong, and if they fix it, man, Most High in Christ, they did something good. But if they don't and they continue to do the wrong thing, like the scriptures say, the blood is off your hands. You let them know. So guess what? If a person's eating pork, right? If they got a pork chop, hey, you know we ain't supposed to be eating that, right? Oh no, I've been eating this since I was a shorty, this, and that. Oh, okay, you've been eating this since you're shorty. I'm telling you that the scriptures say you shouldn't be eating it, but it's up to you if you want to eat it. Because all I'm saying is you shouldn't, but if you do, that's on you. That's how you go ahead and hold a person accountable and you get the blood off your hands because you're letting that person know what they're doing is wrong. And if they continue to do it, that's on them. If a person wants to be a liar, and you know, lying's the worst thing to do in the Bible. You can't lie to nobody. You can't lie to your brother. You shouldn't be lying, period. If you tell them, man, I know you're lying to me and stuff, be like, oh, no, man, I ain't lying. And they continuously lie to you, just walk off. Let them deal with themselves because they're being foolish right there. And if they're being foolish, that's on them. Let them deal with themselves. You call them out on it. Hopefully they don't lie to the next person. Another thing is like kind of like stealing. You know, if a person is like at the store or something like that, and they take something and they get caught, oh, you were just stealing it. Where's it at? And then they give it up and stuff. Oh, I don't know how they got there. They're a liar and they're a thief. So they're 2 times as wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's what we can't do. We can't be raising a generation of kids that are just gonna be doing all manners of goofy things. You know what I'm saying? Like we really need a better society of people moving forward. We have to understand that these kids are going to be the future, and we want to make sure that they're going to go ahead and help others later on. Not necessarily think about themselves all the time. Where have we got each other when we think about ourselves all the time? That's the most selfish thing you can do. Don't think about yourself. Why are you always thinking about yourself? It's not about you sometimes. Put somebody else first. And I'm not always talking about people who's under your roof. Stop putting your family first. You know what I'm saying? Granted, do for your family, of course. But also think about others. Other people out here are really jammed up, messed up. And whether it be a conversation or just something so simple as a gesture, just think about others besides yourself sometimes. Don't be selfish in this world. You got anything to say, Trooper?
No, you put that right on the money.
Right. Let me see. All right. Let me get Baruch 3 and no. Let me get Ephesians 5 and 6. Sloppy.
Ephesians 9 and 6.
Ephesians 5 and 6. 5 and 6.
Conor Khan. I got it.
You got it?
Conor Khan. Ephesians 5 and 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience.
Let no man deceive you with vain words, meaning this: no matter what, don't always buy into what is being told to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like there's a lot of things that go on. Like it could be your friends when they tell you, like, oh man, let's go ahead and go shoot at this party and stuff. Like you can't let nobody go ahead and manipulate you just with words. You have to be a thinking person out here. You just can't be a person that just walks around with no brain. Understand what is accurately true, what's beneficial, and what's not beneficial. So let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of God, which means if you do something is returned. That's just how this works. You know what I'm saying? That's how this game is played. So guess what? If you go out and you sell drugs to your brothers and sisters out there, you might get locked up. You might get unalived. Everything comes with a cost, and you just can't go out here thinking like I'm gonna go ahead and make quick money at the disposal of all my people. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna see them dehumanized, and nothing's gonna happen to me in return. That's why you see a lot of people in jail right now. They think they were the top drug dealer and stuff, and they in jail now because they thought they were smarter than the system. The system didn't get you. The Most High got you. He just used them as a vessel to grab you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got to go ahead and determine a lot of things. It ain't like these things just happen just to happen. There's a cause and effect. Because you did this, the effect is this is where it got you. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when we were kids and stuff, and you would try to take something from the cookie jar, and when you take something from the cookie jar, and they knew exactly how many cookies was in there, mama whooped that behind. You know what I'm saying? That's a cause and effect. You learn from doing the wrong thing. As soon as you notice you didn't do something right, you got scolded, hit, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Now I know that I'm not supposed to be doing that. So, because of these things cometh the wrath of God. That means judgment. The wrath of God is always like a judgment. You know, he's gonna get you no matter how you may think it's not gonna happen soon, but it might happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? But one way or another, you're gonna get that penalty that you deserve for your conduct and what you did upon the children of disobedience. Go ahead, be disobedient as much as you want to. You will get fought out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not going to let you just do something without consequence. So he's not going to get you right then and there. But understand it's always going to be around the corner. And when something bad happens, you're going to be praying to him like, why am I in this condition? You know exactly why you're in that condition. You know exactly why you're in that predicament.
Damn right.
But, you know, a lot of other sisters think that, you know, we're too far for the game. What else you got, Trooper? You got anything to say?
No, you got it.
Huh?
No, you got
Okay,
it.
hold on a second. I got you. Let me get 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Thessalonians.
Karokai.
Hold on 1 second. All right, go ahead.
Karokai. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Like we've been talking about all day. This is brotherhood right here. This is me being a brother to all the brothers and all the sisters out here. Everything I say, I can prove these things. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the question is, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what you throw at me, I can prove you all things, but not of myself, but of the wisdom of these scriptures. And I can lead you the right way. But I can only lead you the right way by my words. If I tell you something, you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to apply it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I could tell you, like, look, you got to start smoking weed. But it's up to you to go ahead and apply that in your lifestyle to where you don't do it. That's how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell you not to eat pork. I could tell you not to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. I could tell you not to be a homosexual. I could tell you all these things. But it's up to you to battle those your own personal demons. I could tell you not to be a thief. I could tell you not to be a liar. I could tell you not to I could tell you not to, wear that cross that these Christians be wearing. Like, I could tell people a lot of things and I could prove my reasons why, but it's up to them to hold fast that which is good. I gave you the information. If you want to hold on to the information which is good and do the right thing, that's up to you. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I can't make you do things. Everybody's a grown-up. That has nothing to do with me. That the only thing I'm going to hear is what went wrong for you. That's what I'm going to hear. Oh, man, I should have listened to you, this and that. I'm going to be like, was I in Christ? Cool. You could listen to me. All right. You're still going to do the wrong thing again. That's what I know. A lot of people, when they come to me, they tell me trash. They tell me what they want to hear me at the moment. Oh, you know what? You was right about that. Okay. But in their spirit, when they talk to me, I know you're still going to do the stupidest things in the world. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that somebody could tell me oh man, you was right. But then they still do the dumbest things ever. You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy. Why are you even coming to me then? You come to me, you ask for advice and counseling on little things and accurate conversations and stuff. But then when I give it, you think that you could just bypass everything and continue to do it. Don't come talk to me about it then. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk to me about sports, you want to talk to me about anything else, cool. But if I'm going to go ahead and apply, these scriptures in your life, or if you're asking me something about this, you got to take the wisdom. If you don't take the wisdom, why are you coming to me? Why are you wasting my time? I don't like to waste my time. I only got so many breaths in my body. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I only got so many breaths in my body that why would you come to me if you're not going to use the answers I give you? It's like when I used to tell my kids, like, you got the shoes on the wrong feet. And then they put them on the right way. Then the next day, they got their shoes on the wrong feet again. You know what I'm saying? I know, Trooper, you go through that all the time.
All the time.
That's what I'm saying. But it just makes sense when you put it into the simplest form. Kids, I understand they need guidance and stuff, but when it comes to adults, it gets irritating because you come to me and you talk to me about the dumbest things, and when I give you accurate answers, you're not gonna use them anyway. So what you keep coming to me, ask me questions for? I'm gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. You're just gonna be hard-headed. It's me being a brother and you just being a wicked bastard. That's all I ever get. And you know what? I don't care because I'm still gonna go ahead and let them know exactly what the hell to do. If they use it, they use it. If they don't, they don't. But hey, they blood is off my hands. They, if they go ahead and get like something bad coming their way, that was the Lord doing it. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me. You reap your own benefit. But let's see. What time is it? 8:33. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. You got this, say, Trooper?
No, I ain't got it. Got it.
You got nothing? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll probably go ahead and stop this stream. Let me see. Let me give one more scripture and then we'll go, right?
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Let me get Ecclesiastes 3:8.
You said 3 and 8?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 3:8. In fact, start at 3 and 1.
Khan. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 and 2. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Verse 3.
Read.
A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
All right, stop right there. You see what this is going? Look at, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. It just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a time when you're born in this lifetime, and there's going to be a time that you're going to have to depart. A time to plant stuff and a time to pluck it up to where you can go ahead and use it. A time to kill, which this means this. The only time you have to kill is when somebody is like entering your house. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody's gonna do somebody some bodily harm, you're trying to save them, something like that. If you're in protection mode, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean just go outside and just unalive anybody. There's a time to kill and a time to heal. You know what I'm saying? A time to break down and a time to build up. All right, read.
Khan, verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh.
And what does that mean?
That is a time to mourn, and it's a time to get out of those stages, and it's a time to be in regular mode.
Meaning what? It says a time to weep and a time to laugh. A time of weep is there's gonna be times in your life that you cry. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be times in your life that you're gonna laugh, that you're gonna enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to take basically what this is saying. You're gonna have to take the goods and the bads. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to mourn is basically like if somebody gets unalive, if somebody hurt themselves real bad, or how you say like even when somebody got locked up, you're mourning because they're in jail. You really don't want to see them in there. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody how you say like no matter what the circumstances, mourning is basically like a form of feeling where you feel kind of like regretful for that person, and you could feel their pain. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a time to mourn in your own way, and a time to dance means like there's a time where you can get up and you can enjoy yourself, have fun, and everybody around you is basically enjoying themselves. So there's a time to mourn and there's a time to dance. Read.
Damn right. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Verse 5. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
Right there. Hold on a second. A time to cast stones. Everybody did this. Everybody went and been by a lake and just skip stones on the lake. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a pond, a lake. Everybody skip stones once in their life, and a time to gather stones. So every now and then there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to gather stones. It could be like to put them in a circle and try to start a fire type thing. A time to embrace means basically like when you go ahead and see somebody you haven't seen in a while, you embrace them, you miss them, you love them, you show compassion on that person. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see somebody that you haven't seen in a while. You know what I'm saying? And that's brotherhood right there. That's sisterhood. When we go to Passover, we see brothers that we don't see all the time. We may see them on these podcasts and all that stuff, but when we see them in person, it's like, man, it's great to see you. You know what I'm saying? All the work you're doing, all the inspiration you're giving to everybody, you embrace them, man. You dap them up, you show them love, be like, man, Most High in Christ, you doing great. And in return, they tell you the same things, because we're trying to show that we can value each other, that we can actually show that we love each other as a nation. And that's what Commander General Hunter is teaching us. That's what Captain Marquardt is teaching us. That when we're in these situations, that you gotta come together and stick together, not go ahead and cause division or issues amongst each other. No, you got to embrace and go ahead and build up each other. You know what I'm saying? Not tear each other down. So a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And there's going to be a time where, you know what I'm saying, when you're going to be like, nah, man, you're going to have to go over there with that. Or that's what refrain from embracing is. That means you're not going to be accepting of that person. You're not going to be accepting of them coming to you because they're coming with bad intentions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's the simplest way I could break down refrain from embracing is like you're gonna be around people that sometimes you don't want to be around. So you're gonna refrain, you're gonna avoid them. Refrain means avoid from embracing, so you're gonna avoid embracing them. You're gonna avoid their presence at the moment. Read.
Con. Verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
All right, so we're gonna go back to 7. No, in fact, we're gonna go back to 6. A time to get and a time to lose. So there's gonna be a time to get things, like say like your Chuba, your die. If he got a job, he gotta go get that money. You know what I'm saying? Or he gotta go get them groceries. You know what I'm saying? Or how you say like he gotta get something for the household. Regardless or not, that's the time to get. And a time to lose is there's gonna be times where you're gonna take losses. You know what I'm saying? The toilet is gonna get backed up or broken. The pipes are gonna need repairs. The refrigerator is gonna shut down. There's gonna be times that you're gonna take losses in here. So there's gonna be times you're gonna get things in your favor, and there's gonna be times that you don't get things in your favor. But don't break down and cry and whine like a little. You know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the word because I don't want to go ahead and get you know what I'm saying, in trouble later on for using the words I want to use. Okay, so a time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to keep means there's going to be a time where there's things that are going to come your way where you can just keep it and treasure it, put it away, put it to the side so that way it can be treasured. You have it for memories. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be times that where you're going to have to cast things away. Sometimes it comes down to people too. Like, you got to stay over there. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times that you're going to have to, just get rid of friends because they're not, doing the same things as you. You know what I'm saying? If they're doing drugs, you're not going to want to hang out with them as much because they're doing drugs. If they're thieves, I'm not going to want to hang out with you because you're a thief. If you're a liar, I'm not going to want to hang out with you because you're a liar. Those are things that at a time and a time to cast away, those are things you want to cast away out your life. You know what I'm saying? Those things don't benefit you. So when you're trying to say you're casting away stuff, let it be that, you know what I'm saying, like you're refraining from doing the bullshit, the BS of the wickedness. That's how you gotta identify these things. A time to rent and a time to sow. Time to rent is like basically like getting rid of something, and a time to sow is time to get things back together. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. There's a time to shut your damn mouth. And a lot of people got to understand there is a time to keep your damn mouth shut, to not say nothing. Be silent. If you're silent, you're wise. Sometimes when you speak, you show the stupidity that just blurts out your mouth. Keep silence a lot. You know what I'm saying? But when you are going to speak, let it be something wise. Don't just blurt garbage out your mouth. And that's what Christianity and Catholicism do. They blurt trash out their mouth. I hate hearing them talk sometimes because all they speak is straight garbage that don't make no sense. All they speak about is love, love, love. That ain't even balance. You gotta love some things and you gotta hate some things. You can't just love, love, love all the time. That's stupid. So then we go to 8, a time to love and a time to hate. That's proven just what I just said just now. That's an even balance when you can love something and you can hate something. Like, guess what? I love my family. I don't love when the kids I hate when the kids are disobedient. You know what I'm saying? Those are love. That's just what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? How you say, like, I love my family. I hate that they do wickedness. You got to apply these things in a way where you understand them in the most simplest way. A time of war and a time of peace. I never knew anybody who ever had peace without not going to war. The only way to get peace is to go to war with people. You know what I'm saying? And that just means sometimes you got to bump heads with them. It's just the most truth I could give you. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and stop this screen right here. And just like I said, there's the ISPK Southern Illinois Brotherhood class. started out of 1 West 125th Street under commanding Johnny Hanna. Isupk Southern Illinois is being represented by captain of 13,000 Mile Quad, and I'm Officer Azanyala, Officer of 500 Azanyala, here with Trooper Yadai. You got anything else to say before we close it out?
No, that's everything.
That's everything.
Yeah, I was shot Rock Thumb.
Yeah, how about Shimmy Ashaba Thug?